Yeah.
Yeah, my first question was on three aspects: the IT
Yes.
guy in the IT department, the data
Yes.
analytics guy who is now doing SQL in whichever
Yes.
department, and then the financial analyst guy in the finance department. What's the line
Okay,
between
good.
the three?
Let me go on. Okay, so let me come here. Let me come here. So the IT guy here, generally, you have who they call most of the time the data engineer. So he's trying to make the data accessible. So the IT guys have made the data warehouse for us. So the data analyst, the data analytics person, because if you want to understand what data analysis is all about, data analysis can be limited to the fact of taking data and analyzing it and getting results. But data analytics is more when they start expecting you to spread your wings. It's one of the major problems with these terms is that HR has defined it differently. Some companies put a job description and expect this from you, but let me break it down simply for you. The data analyst is more the central guy who gives data to everybody. The financial analyst, because there is something in analytics or in as an analyst where you need to have a domain knowledge. That's why next thing you'll be the healthcare analyst. So the healthcare analyst understands healthcare and is somebody who deals with data mostly for healthcare. The financial analyst understands accounting. So he understands, he's more on the finance department trying to do cost, calculate the cost of trying to make sure that we do cost cutting to protect the cost, to make sure that we are able to take into consideration the cost of every item we are, maybe every promotion we are trying to run. Let us make sure that we don't lose money. So the financial analyst typically sits in the marketing, in the financial side, and is preventing people from losing money. While now you have now the business analyst who typically sit on the marketing side and is trying to chase revenue. Where are the new avenues of revenue? Where can we create more revenue? So the two of them usually are like on the opposite end somehow. The business analyst is trying to look for, it's like the business intelligence guy. The business analyst guy is his boss is the marketing head. So the marketing people, when like they used to teach us, if you leave the company, marketing guys, the company will go instinct extinct. They always want to do things they don't even know the cost of it. Let's build these skyscrapers. Let's put our logo on all taxes. Let's put our logo everywhere. So the business analyst is kind of supporting the marketing guy that yes, let's go and make more money, while the financial analyst is supporting the CFO. The CFO doesn't sign without seeing the signature of the financial analyst, and the financial analyst is usually analysis paralysis. He is trying to say there's too much risk here. No, let's not do this. We'll fail. Are we sure we have taken care of all these things? Are we sure if we go like this, we'll not fail? So he does nothing at the end of the day. That is why the two of them need to come together to have an agreement. So for the financial analyst, it is more on the cost side and the accounting principle. He understands accounting and putting things left and right, while the business analyst guys understands the customer and the revenue and say the customer likes to see this. So that is just a small, but it's in real life, it will be interwoven, because take a startup, they take you do all. You are even the data engineer, you are even building the warehouse. So generally, it's just to understand the different concepts, but they might put it as a data analyst, but they describe the role of a data scientist. Now, coming to analytics, the difference between analysis and analytics is that analysis, if you look at the clear definition of analysis, it is about, which is those are things we have to discuss, but no problem. Analysis is about the process of collecting, cleaning, analyzing, interpreting, and visualizing data to discover valuable insights. So generally, we are mostly analyzing the data, but what we expect from a data analytics guy is like you're trying to combine the two roles. You are both a data analyst and a business analyst. You leave nobody to go and talk to them. You whisper in the manager's ears, and then you come and whisper in the technician's ears. That is why you are in the middle here between these two here. So you take from here, they request for information. You go yourself down here, you collect from here, treat it, clean it, come back to them and say, I've seen that the node is not performing well based as an analyst. Now I wear my hat as a business analyst. I tell you that, guys, let's go and do that promotion there. So they pay one person, they don't need to pay two people. And that is what the companies want. So generally, the definitions are very difficult, but clear-cut. That is a small way to know if you, that's a small way to know normally that's how it should be. But the HR guy can write anything and request anything from you to do. And when you go to start the job, you can do anything which is even different from what was written and what was expected to be done. Okay, so far, the first one, is it better for you now?
Yeah, it's very clear, Siri. Thank you very much. You just introduced one other term, BI, which I intended to come to it at the end of the session. It's okay.
Okay, good. Yes, and BI is the data analyst. There's the IT guy, there's the IT guy, there's the data analyst, there's the BI guy, then there is the business analyst. So closer to management is the business analyst. After him is the business intelligence guy. Then the data analyst sits closer to the technical guy, understands the technical guy's language. But my advice for you is become analytics, which means take all this line, do all this line. Don't let anybody come in between you guys. So you cannot, if they automate one of your processes, you still have use on the other side. So just collect their information, come and research it, and go and give them and tell them what they should do. Okay, so
okay,
I think let's hear next question. Yes,
that's perfect. Sorry for fast forwarding us, eh?
No, it's okay. One of the key things, no, it's okay. One of the key things is that we are professionals. We need to be practical in our training. We are not going to school to learn who discovered Microsoft Excel. When we see born, what's his mother's name? We are trying to solve real problems. That's what we are here for. That's why we are here for. Okay, I'm here to solve problems. If we could solve the problem and at the end of the day, you get the knowledge, transfer knowledge, fine. That's my objective. Okay, thanks very much for that. I like that because I know I had these questions just like you. I had to take time to understand them. If not, we all would have been lost. Okay, fine. So, and I'm happy for that. I know when I get questions, it means both one, we are listening and once we are learning.